You guys have often heard me mention and speak about how Justin Trudeau always seems to be double talking, always seems to be stuttering over what he's saying. But then when he goes to French, he doesn't have any issues. And I always say that it's because he's actually speaking more truthfully in French than he is in English. I would like to present to you guys the way that Pierre Poilievre speaks in both languages and how there is absolutely zero difference in the way he speaks French versus the way he speaks English. What he says in French is what he says in English. He speaks his French slowly enough so that even somebody whose first language is not French, but who has an okay command of the language, can understand what he's saying. And he doesn't speak in a panicked, loud way, the way a certain orange man does. A lot of people up here like to say that Poilievre is Canada's Trump, but honestly, he's completely the opposite. He's calm and level-headed, whereas Trump is loud and rude and crass. And I would just like to illustrate to you guys my point. This is a press conference that he just did a few hours ago. This was live streamed around 10 o'clock this morning, Eastern time. And he's speaking first in French, and I'm going to play a little bit of that for you. And then I'm going to skip ahead to the English, and then I'm going to play that for you. And it's going to be the same. So right now he's talking about, in French, he's talking about Justin Trudeau not being worth the cost and worth the crime. So I'm going to play a bit of a snippet for you here.
Ces augmentations de taxes et ces déficits inflationnistes ont forcé 2 millions de Canadiens d'aller à une banque alimentaire dans un seul mois. C'est de loin un record pour le Canada. Quand on regarde nos rues et des files d'attente pour des banques alimentaires, on penserait que c'est la Grande Dépression. Il y a un débat si on est dans une récession. Pour ces 2 millions de personnes, ce n'est pas une récession, c'est une dépression.
So what he's saying now is that Canada is in a depression because we have 2 million people going to a food bank. He's saying this is the worst, this that we've ever seen. And as I said, I am not at all fully bilingual. I haven't spoken French for years, but I can understand what he's saying.
Après 8 ans de Justin Trudeau. Bonne nouvelle, c'est que le Canada n'était pas comme ça avant Justin Trudeau.
Canada is not okay under Justin Trudeau, is what he's saying. The news is that Canada is not okay under Justin Trudeau. That's his gist. So we're going to skip ahead to English.
C'est l'agent stoppé.
Oh, sorry.
Nearly a dozen drug overdoses within an hour in Belleville. This is after 8 years of Trudeau effectively decriminalizing hard drugs and funding opioids and unleashing chaos by releasing repeat violent offenders into our streets. And in order to distract, he spreads fear and falsehood. He attacks hunters, small business owners, Muslim parents. He divides Jews against Muslims, Hindus against Sikhs.
Mm-hmm.
He divides East against West. He divides business owners against workers. He is tearing the country apart to distract from his appalling record of rising costs and rising crime.
Now, listen to the condemnations he's saying, and it's all true. It's all true, but it's delivered in a manner that is actually understandable. It's delivered in a manner that is not over the top, overzealous. It's bad. What he's describing is bad enough, right? It doesn't need hyperbole. The way that Trudeau speaks in hyperbolic terms, the way Trump speaks in hyperbolic terms. This is why it gets me so annoyed when people say that Pierre Poilievre is Canada's Trump, because he's not. He doesn't need to be hyperbolic, because things are going so wrong that all he needs to do is calmly point it out. Like, listen, you can hear a pin drop in that press conference. I heard somebody in the press gallery get an email just now on their iPhone. It went ding. That's how quiet everyone is being, because they're listening and they know he's right. And you can tell when you've got somebody from the funded media, because they will grasp at any little thing to attack Pierre Poilievre's character. Meanwhile, he's just calmly talking about what's going on and how he's going to fix it. And notice, in most of the videos about him that I talk about, he actually has plans to fix all of this. And Justin Trudeau just has character assassination. So my thesis is, if Pierre Poilievre can lead his party and lead the country as well as he can speak, and basically lead himself, and keep, like, if he can keep his party and his and us as a country in check the way he keeps himself in check, then I think Canada has a chance. I think, coming off of yesterday's video, this is a good second part, because if we throw our hats behind this guy and he can lead the same way that he carries himself now, then we have a shot. We have a very good shot. And I think it's very important that we keep an eye on this, that we keep educating ourselves about the members of his party that would represent us in our ridings. And I think it is also very important to show anybody that detracts or that thinks that Pierre Poilievre is like Trump. I think it's very important to show anybody that's willing to look any of the many clips that are circulating on TikTok and YouTube shorts. Hell, even pull up Poilievre's YouTube channel and just show them how not like Trump he is. Show them how reasonable he is. Show them how level-headed and non-hyperbolic he is. Because he doesn't need to be. Things are that shitty. Things are that bad. So all he needs to do is point it out to more people, and they'll vote for him to fix it, because he actually has a plan. He keeps talking about his plans. So everybody knows he has a plan. So I think, like I said, if he keeps this up and he keeps himself in check and his party in check, and if he gets elected, Parliament in check, we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay, but we just have to get through this last hurdle, this last few months of Trudeau, and we have to keep showing other people who Pierre Poilievre actually is. Let me know what you think in the comments below, especially if you're Canadian. Let me know what you think. And Americans, let me know what you think about liberal Canadians comparing Trudeau to Trump. Let me know your thoughts on that. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.